Hello, traveler. Or should I say trailblazer? In this video we will not talk about the innovative and strategic turn-based combat, or the immersive and wonderful story of Honkai Star Rail. But instead, I wanted to point out the analogies this game has with his brother Genshin Impact, and his sister Honkai Impact. Without further ado, let us go, and welcome to Honkai Star Rail, explained by a Genshin and Honkai Impact player. So, first thing first. Honkai Star Rail has a lot in common with Genshin Impact when we talk about the in-game progression mechanics. And the first thing that comes to mind is the adventure rank, now called Trailblaze Level, that works the same. Clearing quests and story, opening chests around the map, and spending Trailblazer energy, also known as resin, will improve your level. And after reaching certain thresholds you must clear the corresponding trial of equilibrium before further increasing your Trailblaze level. Those are challenge battles that will increase your equilibrium level, aka world level, after you clear them. Consequentially, in-game farm activities drops will improve, but also the enemies will become stronger. Another thing that the game gets directly from Genshin Impact is the character leveling system. To level up a character you need experience materials, that you will get in many ways in the game. Once a character reaches max level, you can increase their level cap by doing ascension. Remember, you must have the equilibrium level required and all the necessary materials to ascend a character. Worth to mention is the character path. Each path tells you the role of the character, such as healer, damage dealer, tank, and more. The weapon system works like in Genshin 2. Characters' weapons are now called light cones, and their type is based on the path they follow. As you can imagine, leveling a light cone requires the same procedure. And fusing duplicates into the light cone will buff his basic ability. Just remember that the game let you equip a light cone from a different path, but you will not get the weapon buff, just the base stats it gives. Like in Genshin, getting characters' duplicates will let you unlock their constellations, now called Eidolon. These are passive talents, or new capabilities that will increase the effectiveness of the character. They can also buff the skills of a character, named traces. But we will not talk about them now, because even if the leveling method is similar, the whole traces system is new and therefore for another video. Now, let's talk about an hard topic, and probably the worst thing this game gets from Genshin Impact, the artifact system, here called Relics. Yes, if you will play this game, you will probably pass a lot of time farming relics, looking for the best stats to improve your characters. But for now let's talk how it works. In Honkai Star Rail, there are 6 pieces of relics, and you will soon notice their similarities with their Genshin counterparts. Like the flower, head has flat HP stat and random substats. Like the plume, hands have flat ATK stat and random substats. Like the circlet, body can roll crit damage, crit rate, healing bonus, a new stat called effect hit rate, ATK, HP or def percentage and random substats. They don't have a Genshin counterpart and can roll 2 new stats called speed and break effect, besides ATK, HP or def percentage and random substats. Like the goblet, planar sphere can roll specific elemental damage boost, ATK, HP or def percentage and random substats. Like the sands, link rope can roll break effect, energy regen rate, ATK, HP or def percentage and random substats. To level a relic, you can scrap other relics, or use relic EXP material, called fragments. Every 3 levels you get a new substat, up to 4, or a substat increase. Relics too have set bonuses, but having now 6 slots you can have up to 3 2-pieces sets, or a 4-pieces set plus a 2-piece. If you want to know more about relic stats and other thing I probably missed in this section, I'll leave a link to a wiki in the description of the video. Another Genshin take. We have our own crafting station, where we can combine mats to make food, or just craft higher rarity material using lower tier ones. You can also exchange some material for ones of the same tier, with a ratio of 2 to 1. Unlike Genshin, we can access the Omni-Synthesizer directly from the item that we need to craft. A fast and good quality of life change. Yes, Another Genshin copy pasta. Some rewards for just playing the game. Good at the start, but only remembrance in the end game. Farming in Honkai Star Rail and in Genshin is much alike. Let's start with Golden Calyx. These are like ley lines, and you will farm them to get characters EXP materials, and light cones EXP materials. Then we have Crimson Calyx. Here you can farm talents materials needed to upgrade your character's traces. In both type of Calyx you can spend 10 to 60 Trailblazer energy in one go, with no time or day restrictions. It is recommended using an AoE team for faster clears. Let's now talk about the Cavern of Corrosion. This is where you can farm 4 pieces relic sets: head, hands, body, and feet. It costs 40 Trailblazer energy per run, and is recommended to start farming those artifacts after reaching Trailblaze level 50 and Equilibrium level 4, where you will unlock 5 stars golden relics drops. Stagnant Shadows are basically Genshin world bosses. These are frozen encounters placed in specific zones of the map, needed to farm characters' ascension materials. They cost 30 Trailblazer energy per run, and there is no time delay between each run. You will need them after your characters reach level 40. Lastly, Echo of War. You unlock them after defeating special boss encounters fought at the end of the main story quests. In a sense, we can see them as Genshin weekly bosses. You can clear up to 3 runs per week, at the cost of 30 Trailblazer energy each. And you can challenge the same boss multiple times, if needed. Those encounters will always drop high-level traces leveling materials, and can drop 4 stars light cones, but drop rates are not that high. One more thing that Honkai Star Rail gets from Genshin Impact is the Forgotten Hull, the Abyss version of this game. Each floor, called Memory Stage, have one specific stage buff and 3 objectives. The challenges of this mode are to clear battles before a counted number of turns, and to not let your team members die. The rewards after clearing Forgotten Hull challenges are high-tier character, light cones, and relic EXP materials, credits, and Lucent Afterglow, the currency used to buy 4 stars light cones in the Manifest shop. You can get it also after clearing Echo of War. Each floor clear will also unlock Stellar Jade rewards. Some nice free modules for our free-to-play players friends. During beta testing, we were able to challenge up to 15 levels of this mode. I suppose when game will go live, and after reaching a specific level, we will unlock a monthly or maybe weekly challenge for more rewards and endgame content. Now a crucial topic, the character summon system. Banners works like in Genshin, so there will be a standard banner, with standard characters and light cones with a pity of 90 pulls. In addition, when you reach a total of 300 pulls in standard banner, you can select a 5 stars from the standard pool and get it for free. Then, we have the character warp event banner. Here there's a 50% chance to get the featured character, or random standard banner character, every time you pull a 5 stars, with a pity of 90 pulls. If you don't get the rate up character on your first 5 stars pull, you will get it the next 5 stars you get. You can get an increased chance of finding the 3 featured 4 stars characters, and there is a guarantee 4-star drop each 10 pulls. The Light Cone Warp event banner works the same, but with a 75% chance to get the rate up weapon, and a pity of 80 pulls instead. Characters and light cones in the rate up event banners will not join the standard banner after their conclusion. Worth to mention is the beginner banner. After 40 pulls you will get a guarantee 5 stars character from the standard pool. Better than an OL, I must say. One of the things that Honkai Star Rail gets from Honkai Impact 3rd is the element system. Each character have one element type from a specific list: fire, ice, lightning, physical, quantum, imaginary, and wind. With each skill or attack, the character will do only his specific elemental damage. Monsters have elemental weaknesses, so it is advised to level up characters of different elements in order to counter them. The best thing we find in Honkai Star Rail are the characters from the Honkai Impact 3rd universe. Some of them are directly taken from Honkai Impact, with some changes to their personality, like Seal and Branu. Or Wolf and Himeko. Many of them resemble their Honkai Impact counterpart, but with a different name. Natasha and Raven, Serval and Durandal, Luacha and Nato, and much more. The last thing that I wanted to point out is the simulated universe, a roguelike mode similar to Elysian Realm. I wanted to give you just some pieces of information about this mode. For a more detailed guide, check my next videos. For now, we can say that Simulated Universe is an endgame activity where you challenge encounters and climb floors until you reach and defeat the last boss. At the end of each encounter, you can choose from random blessings that will help you in your fights. Stacking those buffs will grant you special moves and effects to use during your journey into the Simulated Universe. Each world have his own difficulty. Clearing a full run rewards the player with some points, and there is a weekly challenge to collect 5,000 points total for some nice rewards. After reaching World 3, you can start farming the 2 pieces Relics, Planar Sphere and Link Robe. Into the Simulated Universe. After clearing a leader boss encounters, you can spend 40 Trailblazer energy, or 1 Immersifier, to get your rewards. Concluding, there are the analogies I found in Honkai Star Rail. And I hope you now have a general idea of what you can expect from this game, from the point of view of a Genshin or Honkai Impact player. As you can see, there is a lot of Genshin Impact similarities in the structure of the game, and less Honkai Impact factors. There would be much more to talk, but let's end here for now. If you like this type of content, let me know in the comments below. If you did make it to this point, thank you very much for watching. And I hope you can now draw your conclusions and see for yourself if you want or not play this wonderful and promising game that is Honkai Star Rail. May this journey lead us starward. Thanks for watching, Trailblazer. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch for more Honkai Star Rail feature content, at the link in the description.